And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be doing the second level 60 Dark Knight quest for the beginning of Stormblood. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So this is definitely a quest series that I've neglected for a very long time, but it was inevitable, so let's get it done. So we are with Zindurgu, or Sidurgu, in Foundation at 1312. So the quest is called In Memories We Walked. Zindurgu is looking grim and dark as ever. Mithrie, a fellow master of the dark arts, and yeah, that is but one of the many faces you wear. Slayer of gods, rider of dragons, savior of Ishgard, a hero of any measure who stood against Nidhogg on the steps of faith when others fled. A hero who walks in light and fights for great causes, and a knight who walks in darkness and fights for the forgotten. A contradiction, some might say. Rubbish, I say, but you tell me, do you yet walk the path? As long as innocents suffer, I will not forsake the abyss. I thought not. Then let us speak as comrades. Ishgard has seen much change in the recent days, and many proclaim it to be the dawning of a new era of peace and prosperity, an enlightened age, yet as we both know, the brighter the light, the deeper the shadows. As Dark Knights, we must remain vigilant for injustice, and be ever ready to defend the weak and downtrodden, now more than ever. It has been a while since we patrolled the streets of our fair city, felt the cobbles beneath our boots, and so forth. A tour from the top might be in order. Why don't we start at the last vigil? Sure. So once we get to the last vigil, we will continue. Okay, so we made it here to the last vigil. So let's examine this. So, as you look on Fortemps Manor, you but reflect upon your time in Ishgard, the comrades with whom you travelled, and those lost along the way. You seem distracted. Right, you were a ward of House Fortemps. Once upon a time... No, I suppose not. So, damn this thing, but I swear I heard something in your pack break. Is that my soul crystal? Oh, bloody hells, is that your soul crystal? What happened to the other half? Forgive me, it seems I am the one responsible. Oh, it's a girl, okay. I do not know you, boy. Name it. It's a guy? Okay, whatever, sorry. My mistake. Name yourself. Mist, my lord. Got very beautiful hair for a boy, that's for sure. I'm no lord, but you're no Mist. Don't think I wouldn't know of Bruin by sight. I have a power which I can use to help those in need. Alas, this power requires a tremendous quantity of aether. I thought to draw on natural sources nearby, but in so doing, I stole a portion of that contained within your crystal. Forgive me, please forgive me, I'll return it to you, I promise, but I must first ask that you allow me to use a portion. Mist, was it? Who'd you want to help? So, anyone, everyone, look around you. Is not this world filled with sadness and despair? If I can free but a single person from their burdens... He means well enough. Why don't we help him find someone in need and give him a chance to use his power? Oh, bloody brilliant. Let's believe the mysterious boy with the mysterious power who mysteriously stole a portion of Mithrie's soul crystal. What could possibly go wrong? Well, it's your crystal, Mithrie. Either we deal with the boy here and now, or we go along with his plan. And since you're not reaching for your sword, I gather it's the latter. Congratulations, boy, you get your wish. We're not like to find any poor unfortunate souls here, so I suggest we head to Foundation. And if we find no one suitable there, we are to return... Sorry, you are to return what you stole at once, understood? Yes, my lord, thank you for placing your trust in me. Okay. So we have to search Foundation for people in distress. So once we get there, we will continue. Okay, so we made it to Foundation. Let's talk to Millie. So you have my assurances that the remaining funds will be delivered soon. Surely that is enough to convince you to resume work? I've got a score of clients clamoring for me services. Clients willing to pay in full, in advance. I'd be a fool to put you ahead of them. I understand that, I do, but it has been an eternity since we first brokered this arrangement, and many of the clients of whom you speak have come to you but recently. I know this is to be true. It's one thing to aid the Solisticate, milady, but you've got to understand me position here. Bloody politics it is. No man lifts a chisel till we're paid in full. I'm sorry, but that's the way it's got to be. A blessed morrow to you. Doodly 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 doodly. Oh, I beg your pardon. I did not notice you standing there. So, as you may have overheard, I am funding the restoration of the statue of Saint Valeriant. And, wow, they got a really weird accent in Ishgard. And as you may have guessed, it is not going well, on account of my insufficient funds and my family's growing infamy. My cousin was Sir Ignace de Vesnate of Heavensward. He served the Archbishop faithfully, together with his sworn brothers, great goodly men who were complicit in terrible crimes, if Sir Aymeric and his Warrior of Light are to be believed. Ignace was distraught when he learned the statue had been destroyed by the Dravanians. He took it upon himself to champion its restoration, but because of these tales, others are reluctant to involve themselves. I do not know nor care if Sir Aymeric speaks the truth. Ignace was my cousin and a man of the Fury. I will honour him by completing his legacy. Or so I once believed. Perhaps it is indeed beyond me. Okay. So let's now go back to Mist. So once we get back to Mist, we will continue. Okay, so we're back with Mist. Let's talk to him. So we found someone, didn't we? I knew it. I knew we would. I can help her, yes. I will make it right. I have the power. Come, let us not keep this poor woman waiting. Okay. So now we need to go back to me. So we came all the way down the hill just to say that. So once we get to Millie, we will continue. Okay, so we made it back to Millie, so let's talk to her. So, is this child a friend of yours? The way he stares at me is somewhat... do you wish to see your cousin again? Well, yes, I would love to see Ignace again. More than anything, but I know I will not. He walks in Halone's halls, I am certain. Think of him. Think of his face, of his smile, of his laugh. Remember every moment you shared, every memory, and hold that image in your mind's eye. And then go to a quiet place you shared where no one will come. Wait for me there. I really don't understand what this is all about, but since you seem so earnest, I will trust in you and do as you ask. There is a garden to the south of the tribunal, of which we were both fond. I pray that you will explain all to me when this is finished. So go with her. I will go to Sidergu and Ryle, and bring them with me. Then you will all understand what I can do and why you must help. That's a promise. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we need to go to Mithrie at the pillars. So once we get there, we will continue. Okay, so we made it back to Mithrie, and it has destination right here. So let's examine it. So, your friend has arrived. He has brought companions, I see. Oh, it cannot be. Ignace, is it really you? Oh, praise Halone. You're alive, you're alive. My dear cousin, how it warms my heart to see you in good health. I pray you will forgive me for my lengthy absence. Don't be foolish. There is only joy to see you returned. Come, we must go to your father and mother at once. How they will weep at the sight of you. I cannot. Better for them to mourn me as the son who gave his life in service to the Archbishop and his home. I have heard that you yet labour to see the statue of Saint Valorant restored. Know that I am grateful beyond measure. I am undeserving of your praise, cousin. For all my efforts, the statue remains a shattered ruin. But seeing you here, so full of light and life, fills me with renewed conviction. I will see it through, I swear to you. And if you have indeed done the things they say, then perhaps it will earn you a measure of forgiveness. I love you, cousin, now and ever after. Look after my parents and yourself. I don't know how you did it, but thank you for bringing him back to me. But you must know that he is not safe here. I pray you will help him to flee the city. He's right, Ishgard is no place for a man of the Heavensward. We will sneak him out of the city, the fewer the better. And meet us at Falcon's Nest after. We have much to discuss. Okay, so we now need to go to Falcon's Nest. So let's teleport straight there. I wonder if he's going to be exiled straight to the Stormblood areas. Okay, so where are we headed? Just over there? Okay, there we go. So, for fear of being seen by the sentries, I bade the others to go on ahead. We should hurry. The further they take Ignace from Mithrie, the weaker he will become. I pray we are not too late. Okay, weird. Okay, so I need to go over there. So once we get there, we will continue. Okay, so we made it. This swirling abyss, I wonder. Oh, forgive me. I should have known that the magic would not sustain itself much longer. That which you see before you is Ignace, what remains of him. I can give the memories form, I can breathe them full of life, and return them to their loved ones, but as the memory fades, so too does the magic. Aether, formless and free. That which I took, I used to make Ignace and Mithrie whole. Draw your sword, reclaim that which was lost. Consume the abyss with Soul Eater. Okay. So Soul Eater... or shall I just right click it? Use Soul Eater on the... I actually don't know which ability is Soul Eater. Number 3, okay. I'm a good Dark Knight. So it is finished, good. I've had enough of this farce. Conjuring a simulacrum of a bloody knight of the Heavensward in the middle of Ishgard, Fury take me, you are a fool. We're lucky to be alive. Your soul crystal is restored then. No, it's still broken. Or not. So we had an agreement, boy. You were to return that which you stole. Forgive me. I returned to you that which was used to give Ignace life. But as for the remainder... 4 more times. It is within my power to do this 4 more times. 4 more times and you shall be made whole. Yeah, my word. For a boy with such an incredible power, you are remarkably helpless. Not only did you rob Mithrie of her Aether, you imposed upon her to find your people in need. You want to do good? You want to be a hero? You want to help people? Then why weren't you better prepared? I will never be a hero, I only wanted to help. It is not death itself we fear, but the unfinished story. The promise of what could have been. It is enough to break a heart and a woman. The shattered pieces of a life will never come together again, but if a glimpse of their loved ones grants them the peace they deserve, then I must. It's your decision, Mithrie. You are the victim. Perhaps some good may come of this. Well, he's got my Aether. I'm not about to let him out of my sight, lol. Thank you. Together we will make them whole. We're not going anywhere, Mist. Even Sid. He may look and act like a chocobo's ass, but he means well. Fine. I'm only trying to put the fear of the gods into the little shite. But by all means, go ahead and undermine my authority. Anyway, I'd rather not freeze to death out here in the snow. Let's return to Falcon's Nest and discuss what to do next. Okay, so let's go back to Falcon's Nest. Got it. Right. He's randomly over there. Could have taken the stairs, but... just what I needed, another child to look after. Am I a Dark Knight or a nursemaid? Even I don't know anymore. But times, they are ever-changing, and perhaps we Dark Knights must change with them. Long-held truths are... become lies, and villains heroes. Though I should be glad if I never have to deal with another hero again. No offense, of course, but you are the exception that proves the rule. The righteous are all too uncompromising. The woe betide the man who offends their delicate sensibilities. I don't know if that's a phrase, I've never heard it. If anything, I say you are too accommodating, but it is your Aether and Soul Crystal at stake. 4 times he swears, but we shall hold him to it, together. In the meantime, you may as well get some rest and attend to other matters. These two can keep themselves company. Maybe I'll find somewhere to take a nap, or a tavern to take a drink. Cool. So the next Dark Knight quest will be available from Sidurgu upon reaching level 63. The requirements for undertaking subsequent quests can be reviewed in your journal. Nice. Okay, so once we're ready to do the next quest, we'll put in another episode. But anyway, that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys.